Hello, my name is Catherine. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is for Jack's contest for Vinyl Martini, and there's two parts to the video. So the first is give a shout out to two deserving channels. The second is feature all the albums you have from a favorite artist. So my shout outs are number one, I'm going to choose Todd the Mod. He's fairly new to the vinyl community. I think he does a good job making videos, and they're interesting, and he has good contents. And right now he's at 71 subs and would like to reach 100. The second channel is one I just joined, Sam St. John. He's a singer, songwriter, and acoustic guitar player. I like the music he's into, and I've watched his John Denver video. And he said, not enough people in the VC talk about John Denver. So actually John Denver is one of my favorite artists. So I'll be showing the albums that I have and some things I have in my collection. So he was very popular in the 70s when I was a child, and my favorite memory is seeing John Denver on the Muppet Show. And that was in 1979 when I was 8 years old. And he performed two songs, Grandma's Featherbed, which was written by his bandmate Jim Connor, and a song called The Garden Song. And I can leave a link into the description of that video of Garden Song. It's a really sweet, cute song. And I have John Denver's autobiography. It's called Take Me Home. And it was written in copyright 2014. And his real name is Henry John Dusendorf Jr. He was born December 31st of 1943. And I like that because my birthday is December 30th, so I share almost the same birthday as John Denver. And he chose that stage name, John Denver, because it's better for selling records. In the back of the book, there's an appendix. On page 251 is a list of John's discography. It gives the album title, the release date, the track listing, and there's an asterisk next to the songs that were released as singles. So the first album I'm going to show today is Poems, Prayers, and Promises. This was released May of 1971, and it went platinum in the US. And this was John Denver's commercial breakthrough in the US. So we have this singles, the title track, Poems, Prayers, and Promises, which is one of my favorites. Sweet Lady, Take Me Home, Country Roads, I Guess I'd Rather Be in Colorado, Sunshine on My Shoulders. Two very well-known John Denver songs. And the second track is a cover song, Let It Be by Paul McCartney. And I actually enjoy his Beatles covers. He was a Beatles fan. I think he has a beautiful voice and he's a tenor. Album number 2 is Rocky Mountain High. This was released September of 1972 and also went platinum in the US. Now the copy I'm showing you is the 50th anniversary reissue from November of 2022. And I'll show you the vinyl. I like originals, but this is why I bought it. I love colored vinyl. So it's on a sky blue. Beautiful blue cover. And my favorite color is blue. So the singles on this album, I'll hold it up again. So we have the title track, Rocky Mountain High. And I think this song is a lyric masterpiece. As a child, I tried to memorize it, and I did. It took some effort because every single line is different. And there's 4 choruses, and he even has a different line at the end of each chorus. And Prisoners, Goodbye Again, and for Baby Bobby, which I believe is a song for his nephew, his brother's son. There's another Beatles cover on here, Mother Nature's Son, off of the White Album. The third album I'm going to share today is John Denver's Greatest Hits from 1973. It gives me the songs on his early releases. So the songs Follow Me, Starwood and Aspen, Rhymes and Reasons, Leaving on a Jet Plane, which is his first #1 song that was performed by Peter, Paul, and Mary, and The Eagle and the Hawk. Album number 4 is the live album. It's the 2-disc set. It's called A Night with John Denver, and this came out in February of 1975. So he tells a lot of stories about the songs on this album. And I get the 4 songs from his 1974 album Back Home Again. So that would be Annie's Song, Grandma's Featherbed, Thank God I'm a Country Boy, and This Old Guitar. And he tells the story of his grandma giving him his first guitar. And that guitar is actually in a museum in Denver, Colorado called the Musical Instrument Museum. So someday I might want to go see it. The next album, number 5, is called Windsong. This came out in 1975, and this was the peak of his career. So the singles on this album are Calypso, about Jacques Cousteau, Fly Away, a duet with Olivia Newton-John, and a song Looking for Space. And he's on a horse on the back cover. So I think this is a beautiful picture. And then the 6th album I have is called Seasons of the Heart. This came out in 1982, and it's the last album to have some charting singles. And I consider this an 80s gem. I think this is a wonderful album. Every single song on here is really good. A lot of sing-alongs. So we have Shanghai Breezes, which reached number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100, What One Man Can Do, and title track Seasons of the Heart. And also on this album is Perhaps Love, which was made famous when he recorded it with opera singer Placido Domingo. And the song was written for his wife, Annie Martel, when they were separated and going through a divorce. And Annie actually said in an interview she likes this song better than Annie's song. I think it's an absolutely beautiful song. And I have 2 compilations. The first one is an import that was in the UK in 1996, a year before his death. And this is called John Denver Unplugged. These are re-recordings of popular songs when he was 51. And I'm really glad I have this in my collection. I got it off of Discogs. I think his voice improved with age. So there's a couple songs that I don't have on my other albums. Is Dreamland Express, his 1985 children's album, and Christmas for Cowboys that was on his cowboy album or his Christmas album back in the 1970s. And I bought this brand new. This is another comp. It's his Rocky Mountain High collection. It's a US release in 1996 also. It's a 2 CD set with 38 songs, and there's a book in here. It's a biography about John Denver's life. So this is really great. I get a lot of songs on here. And the last thing I'll show is this DVD. It's called the John Denver Wildlife Concert. So this is fun to watch. I never got to see John Denver live. My parents did. I was a little girl and I didn't get to go. I actually asked them if I could go see with them, but they said no, I was too little. So this is how I get to see John Denver in concert when I never got the opportunity to see him. So those are my John Denver albums collection. Last year in October of 2023, I attended the John Denver celebration in Colorado. They do this every year to pay tribute to John Denver. And I met many John Denver fans, his band members that are still alive, and other musicians who knew and appreciated John Denver. I also visited the John Denver Sanctuary and saw John Denver's memorial evergreen tree. And it was a really wonderful experience. So John Denver is really one of my favorite artists. I would say John Denver, Sting, Elton John, and Paul McCartney are probably my top favorite artists. And I loved his music as a little kid. We sang his songs in grade school. And I still love his music today, and I do play these records. So if I were to be chosen as the winner of this contest, a charity I'd like to support is the hospital where I volunteer. They treat cancer patients there, and they do have a fundraiser for helping patients pay their bills for cancer treatment. So I thank you all for watching, and thank you, Jack, for this contest. And have a good day, everyone. I'll see you in my next video.